No,
Okay, Priyanshi, Priyamda, Jagriti, do you have any doubt?
no, I don't have any doubt.
Priyamda?
No.
So let's start with today's agenda. Okay. So let me first show you how to how what we'll be making. Okay. So just let me share the screen and let's run the program. Okay. So this is what we will be making. We will be making a simple calculator. Okay, which will be like giving us the values. So let's close it and everybody just get your laptops ready because we have to code now. Okay. So I don't want anybody to I want everybody to go with me. Okay. Is everybody ready with the laptops and with the Visual Studio open?
Just a minute. Wait a second.
Okay. Okay. Take your time. Just drop a message or unmute and say that you're ready.
I'm ready.
Okay. Jagriti and Priyamda, are both of you ready?
Just a minute. It's just.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, Priyamda.
Okay, I'm also ready.
Okay. So let's start. So I showed you the final product that we'll be making today. Like I want everybody just to design the UI. Okay, just don't design it. I will design it for you. Just tell me what would be the procedure for designing something like a calculator. What would be the procedure? How can you design a calculator using Tkinter? Anybody? Like since everybody is following till now, like all of you have been in the classes till now, you must have known what how to make a calculator by now, right? So what could be the procedure? Yeah, Priyamda.
There must be some function or some of the function like addition, subtraction, multiplication, and all functions should be worked properly. Are
Okay,
you
Priyamda,
talking? Are
I'm
you
talking about
talking
the
about
GUI.
UI?
Yeah,
Okay.
GUI.
No, I don't have idea. Actually, I will have to check with YouTube. After that, I will tell you because I have missed some of your class. That's why.
Okay, okay.
We have to create a window.
Window. Okay, so that's like in every UI, like, in every Tkinter package, you have to do that. I'm talking about how to make the layout of the key. Would like the keys be a button or would they be just like labels?
No, there will be buttons.
Okay, and what will we be using to pack them? Will we use pack? Will we use place? Will we use grid? What will be using?
Grid will be used for placing
Correct,
location. Yeah.
correct. So let's start. Okay, so first what you have to do? First we will import tkinter. Okay, from tkinter import star. Star meaning we are importing all the packages inside tkinter. Now we will use root equals to tk. Okay, this is over here. What we are doing, we are creating an object. Okay, of the class tk, and after that this. Uh, then what we'll do, we will define a title. Okay, so let's define a title, that is calculator. Okay, so let's define what a calculator, and then what we will do, we will define the size of the window. So let's keep the size root dot geometry. Okay, and then what we will do is we will keep it, let's say 300 cross 300. Okay, now what shall we do? Any ideas? Guys, any ideas? What should we do? Okay, so let's do one thing. Let's just first draw something on paint. Okay, so that we can easily understand what is the final product. Okay, so first this is the window. Okay, let's suppose this is the window, and then what we want is we want keys, right? So what will be the keys? Like let's say these are the keys in the bottom, and let's draw some keys. Something like this. Okay, and something like this. This is just a rough sketch. Okay, and we what we want is we want an input entry over here, right? In like all the calculators you can see the entries over here. So this will be the like column, like sort of a layout. So first what we have to do is we have to place the entry. Okay, this is the entry, right? So first you have to place it. So let's place the entry first. Okay, so what will we do is we will place the entry, and that would be entry. Okay, and let's name this. Okay, let's name it e1 is equals to entry, and then in e1 what will be passing is root. Okay, because it is the master, and then inside this what we'll do is we'll give text variable, right? Text variable is equal to, for that what we want is we have to define something. So let's define it as num is equal to, okay, and then string var. Okay, and then we will do it num. Now I think it is a basic thing what we have done. So let's improve the height and size. Okay, so let's change the height and size. So let's keep it 20, and width will automatically be 100, so we don't have to use that. And then what we will do is dot, and after giving dot we will use grid. Okay, in grid, where do we want to place it? We want to place it in the row, 0th row. Okay, and then you have to place it in column span. Okay, so what is difference between column and column span? Can anybody tell me? Priyanshi, can you tell me what is the difference? Acha, okay, Priyamda, you can tell what is the difference between column and column span. Priyamda,
Sorry, I didn't get your question.
what is the difference between a column and a column span?
In span, we can apply more than two columns. We can use more than two columns.
Correct. So the basic difference between a column span and column is over in the paint. Let's say what I want is the first to this thing. Okay, let me use the eraser over here. Okay, what I want is I want this particular two buttons in one. Okay, I want to place like this per button. Okay, in two columns. So how can I do is we can use column span equal to 2, implying that we want this particular area, that is entry, to be given to this two columns. Okay, two columns we wanted. So in the same way, over here, what will we do is we'll keep it as a 4. Okay, in the coming like codes, you will understand why I've kept it 4. Okay, so now what will we do is we will have to make buttons, right? So let's use buttons. So let's name it B1. Let's say B1 is the name of the button. Okay, and B1 is equals to button root, and what will be the text that it will be holding? Text is equal to text will be equal to 1. Okay, so let's open a calculator for a reference. So we are not over here. We will not be using any like scientific words. You'll just be using divide, multiply, minus, and plus. Okay, and clear. So these will be our buttons. So this will be 7, right? Since it is inverted, so it will be 7. Okay, and when we click on the button, what should be the command? Command is equal to. So how many of you know about lambda function? Guys, how many of you know about lambda function? We have already discussed what a lambda function is. Can anybody like give a gist what lambda function does? What is lambda function?
It can have one expression only.
Correct. So it is a small function with no name. Okay, we just pass the like whatever statement we want. So lambda is a keyword. Okay, after lambda we just give us colon, and then what we will do is we will run a function that is let's say create expression. Okay, so create, and then we will pass as 7. Okay, so for that, what we have to do is we have to define create. So let's define a function create that takes one argument, that is string. So def create, okay, and it takes one argument, let's say it's n, and let's pass it first. Okay, so we just created an like a function. Okay, and now what we will do with the button is we will pack it. So sorry, we will use the grid function to pack it. So we will use grid, and we will give row equals to 1 and column is equal to 0. Okay, so what it will do, it will place this 7 button over here. Okay, so let's copy it and paste it. Okay, because we will be using the same thing, and this will be changing the rows and columns over here. So let's make it, so let's keep it B7. Okay, B7, B1, B8, and this is B9, so that it can be easily understand. So 8, and this will be 9, this will be 8, this will be 9, and we change the column, that is this will be column 1 and this will be column 2. Okay, similarly in the next line what will happen is we will go for 4, 5, and 6. Okay, over here what we are doing is we are keeping one space blank for the operands. So over here, see, when you get 7, 8, 9, then we get multiply. Similarly we will try to do something. Okay, so over here what we get is we will give 4, then 5. Okay, then 4, and then 5, 4, and 5. Is it clear or is it confusing? Guys, what I'm doing right now, is it clear or is it confusing?
Yes,
Okay,
clear.
who said it's confusing? I want to know like
तुमको
what.
देखना है कि compulsory क्या उसकी किचन आई
Actually, I didn't get that numbers thing. Please explain a little bit again.
Which part? Which part,
That
Jagriti?
Can you please go back? Yeah, this after this lambda create 7, 8, 9, 4, 5 things.
Okay, so see, what I'm doing is uh, uh, this function command meaning. I think you did you attend all the lectures on the tkinter?
No, I didn't attend the lecture on Kinter.
Okay, so did you attend the first lecture?
Yeah.
So over there we talked about buttons and we used commands. Okay, so what a command does is whenever you click that particular button, okay, whatever we pass inside this command, na, it is run. Okay, whatever we
Okay.
pass in this command, it's executed. So, like lambda over here, lambda meaning that we only give one argument, like one expression. Okay, it is a nameless function. Does lambda the lambda function has no name? Okay, we just use the lambda keyword to specify it is a lambda function that takes only one expression. And about the number, okay, so how will we know that the user has pressed 7, right? Hello.
Yes, Keshav.
How will we know that the user has pressed 7 over here? Is
With
there
the
any
help
way?
of the no.
With the help of buttons, right? When the user
Yeah.
presses the button, then only we have to add it, correct?
Yes.
So this is how we will be using lambda function. Okay.
Okay.
So is it clear now or is it still confusing?
No, it is clear now.
Okay. So now, so close the calculator. So see, exactly in the same manner, what we will be doing is we'll also have a button for 6. So B6 is equal to button root text is equals to 6. Okay. And command is equals to lambda create, and inside this we will be passing 6. Okay, dot grid row is equals to 2. Okay, and column is equal to 2. So let's see what is happening over here till now. Okay, so let me just run the program. So never forget to like use the root dot main loop to like run your application, because without this root dot main loop nothing will be shown. Okay, so just be careful. So unknown option height. So let's remove the height from the entry. Let's run the code. Okay, so we got something like this. Okay, so we got 7, we got 8, we got 9. So can anybody tell what would be the quick fix? So let's do one thing. What we will do is we will give relief equals to what would be the relief? Achha, I got why it is coming like this. Okay, because we are expressing it like 4 times now. The column span is 4. Let me decrease it to 3, and then again we will run the code, and let's see if this is fine. The UI gets fine. It's still the same. Okay, so let's do one thing. What we will do is we'll give relief equals to plain. No, it's not plain. What is the word? I'm like I'm not able to get what the word was. Okay, so let's continue, and I think sometimes I will like remember the word. So let's keep it going. So
Listen, Keshav.
yeah, yeah. Actually, I was
Listen.
telling about when the CO here. What would be the? Achha, just give a second. I was telling that see since over here na the button is raised na. So what would be the relief for this button
Yeah.
so that it becomes plain? Like it
Okay,
gets
the
equal.
raising point.
Yep. Let me try relief is equals to uh, sunken won't do it, raised won't do it, raised sunken. Do I guess? Let's see who does it. Dhruv also did not do it. Okay, let's come back to that to like after some times. Okay, our main focus is like building a calculator, and then I will let's talk about the UI. Okay, so B1 is equals to button root comma text is equals to 1. Okay, comma command. Okay, let's copy it. Okay, you don't have to go through it every time. So let's change the button name over here B1, and text is equals to 1. We will create it 1, and grid will be 3, 3 and 0. That was 2 and 3 and are you guys following me?
Yes.
So how many of you have like completed the UI till here? Till where I am like doing it now?
Not here, please.
What? So where are you like?
Just wait. Continue, Keshav.
Everybody completed till here?
Yes.
Yamda?
No, I haven't completed.
So where are you right now? Okay.
B2.
Just do one thing, that copy and paste the codes, okay? So you don't have to write again and again.
Okay.
Are you completed, Yamda?
Yeah, yeah.
So now we have completed the buttons. Okay, let's look at the UI. So we have completed with the buttons. We have like done 7, 8, 9, 5, 4, 6. So since like the size is too much, right? It's too big. So let's do one thing. Let's small the size. Okay, so let's do it 165 and 150, I guess. Let's do this and then again run the code. Because see the other parts are like too large for the program. Okay, so I think this is the good size. Okay, let's keep it 165 and 150. And if there is any changes, then we will do it. Okay. So now uh, all the numbers have been completed except 0. And what are the keys remaining? Okay, just let me uh, just tell me what are the keys remaining, guys. Guys, what are the keys remaining that I have to add? One is 0,
Clear.
clear, and
Clear, cancel.
cancel implying like backspace.
Yeah.
Okay, backspace, hash,
Is equal to.
right, equal to. Uh, who said hash? Like I don't think calculator has a hash.
Sorry, sorry.
Might be it is slash because it is for divide. Star and subtraction. Are these the only thing? Divide,
Addition.
addition, correct, addition. Yeah. So 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 more keys to go. Okay. So and what are the we are doing is 9 and 8, 17. Okay. Let's remove one key because 4 across 4 is like 16 now. So let's remove backspace. Okay. Let's remove backspace for now. Let's add the key. So what will we do is we will uh, for 0, 0 will be in the center, right? 0 will be over here or below 2. Okay, and before that what we want is we will create a button clear. Okay, let's call it clear equals to button, and let's not use clear, let's use C. We'll be making a function for clear, so let's make it C. Root comma command equals to no lambda this time. Yeah, we have to use lambda only. Sorry. No, we can use clear also. Yeah, clear. We will be making a function clear, and what will be the text is equals to CE. Okay, like in most calculators we get na CE. CE. So let's keep it CE. Okay, and then just use this particular again. Okay, so now let's put it in grid. So grid and row is equals to what is the last row we are using is 3 now. So it will be 4, comma, column is equals to 1. Sorry, 0. Okay. Similarly, what we'll be doing is now we'll be making a button B0. Okay, B0 is equals to button. Let's copy the code now while I'm writing again and again. Let's do it 0 and let's rename the button name to 0. Lambda function create 0 that and there should be 4 comma 1. Okay, so text is here fine. Okay, so we are done with the 0. Uh, now what we'll be doing is we have like 3 columns now. So let's these 2 buttons are done. So and what we'll be do is we will keep the equal to sign at the like rightest most part. Okay, at the right part, most right part. So let's do one thing. We will have to add some sign over here. So let's do from the start over here. Okay, from the top. We will add a button over here. Acha. So what we'll do is we will, here is not defined. Let's do one thing. Let's define another function def here. Okay, and just use a pass keyword. Now let's run the code. Ah. So what we will do is now beside 9 we will get a divide sign. Okay, beside 9 we want a divide sign. So let's name it div equals to button root comma text equals to backslash, like it's the same only, it will be the same. Okay, copy paste. So for command comma and like apart from that it will be backslash and column will be 3. Okay, similarly after divide we'll get multiply, right? So multiply is equals to, let's copy this particular button. See, and mul, okay, button, and it would be multiply star create star, and it will be 2 comma 3. Okay, similarly what will we do is we'll paste copy it again for subtraction. So let's name it sub. Guys, are you following? Is it not becoming messy, right? You are following over here. Guys,
Yeah.
you're following, right?
Yes.
It's easy to follow. So let me do one thing if you're not getting it. So let's do one thing. What is that? Whenever the user clicks on a button, we are running the function create. So let's print. Okay, whatever we are getting now, let's print it. I think then it will be more like understandable. So I think it won't give any errors. So let's run it. So just see the terminal. Okay, just see the terminal for the output. So let's like click on 9. See, 9 is printed. Let's click on 3. 3, 2, 5, 7, 1, 0. Okay, divide, multiply, star. Sorry, minus. Okay, so this is what is happening. Okay, that whenever we are clicking any button, that particular button, we are getting whatever the value we are like putting inside the create, and then we have whatever value we are passing. So we are getting it in the function create. Cool? Is it cool to everybody?
Yeah.
So add, now what we'll do, we'll use add. Add is equals to, again button, copy paste some code. So it will be add, okay, and the text will be plus, create, plus, and then the grid would be fourth row and the second column. Okay, so now what is the only sign remaining? What is the only sign remaining, guys? Am I audible to everybody?
Output.
So yeah, you can say it out. Huh?
You are audible.
Okay. So only sign that is remaining is equal to sign. Okay. So we will do equal eq and we will get text value as equals to, and we'll like over here what we'll do is we will run a function equals. Okay. We'll run a function equals, and it will be in grid and row 3. So basically our whole setup is ready. Okay, just let me show you and pass. So let's run the code. Okay, so now see, we have got a full-fledged calculator. One, two, two. Whenever we click any button, okay, minus, plus, divide. So I think it's ready now. So the UI is ready. Okay, and let me just change it to 4, and then again run the function. So, okay, we are getting a complete UI. Great, and let's reduce some size more. 150, 125. Width is too much now also. Let's keep it 130 and 130. Okay, I think now it's like sufficient. Okay, so now what we will do is we will have to use the create method, and so that we can get the values. So let's first define a expression. Okay. Expression, that is whatever we input now, whatever we type, whenever we click on this button, this button, this button, this button. Okay, so what happens is we get the output on the entry. Okay, whenever we click, let's say we clicked on 9, so I want 9 to be printed on my entry. So what can we do is first we will do expression is equal to null. Okay, this is, we are using string over here. What we're doing is we are using string. We are storing whatever we have inputted in the form of string, so it becomes easy. So now let's do one thing. Whatever the number is, we will do is expression plus equal to n. Okay, and before using the expression keyword, what we have to do is we have to use the global expression. Now, what is global expression? We are telling that we are using global expression because, see, this particular word expression is outside the like def, like it's outside the scope of the create function, right? So we want changes to be made into expression. Okay, to make those changes reflected, like whenever we add anything, we want that particular change to be reflected into this expression now. So for that, what we use is the global keyword. Okay, is it clear why we use a global keyword? Or should I repeat? Why are we using
Repeat
global?
it once. Yeah, repeat once again.
Okay. See, in the start, what we're doing is we are taking expression equals to null. Okay. Whenever we use this, that implies that it is nothing. Like we are not showing any value. It is an empty string. Okay. In the next line over here, when we are using global keyword, global implying that whatever changes that are made to the expression variable inside the create function will also be reflected in the main expression. Okay. Now is it clear?
Yeah, it is clear.
Okay, so I think I should give an example. Okay, it will be more clear, I guess. So let's do one thing, expression. Okay, so let's run the particular code. And now what we will do is we'll plus 6. See, 6 is printed. Now after that we will do 2. See, 6 2 is printed. Similarly, I will do 9. So 6 to 9 is printed. Okay, I guess now it's clear.
Yeah, it is clear.
Okay. So what we did is we used to create this expression. Okay, and after that, what we will do is what we have done over here that see, whenever we are clicking the button, no changes are appearing on the entry, right? No changes are appearing over here. So what can we do is we can do one thing, that what we will do is this num. Okay, we will set it. So num dot set, and then we'll pass the expression. So there are two keywords. Like in the last time we talked about get, right? The get function. Now we are using the set function. So what is the difference between set and get is get function is used to retrieve the value, and the set function is used to set the particular value of the entry. Okay, so let's run the program. 9. See, we're getting 9 over here, right? 6, 9, 6, 5, 4, 2, 1. Okay, similarly, plus another number 9, 6, something like that. Okay, is it clear why we are using the set function?
Yes.
Okay, so now what we've done is we set the function, and whatever the like button we are clicking, we are getting the desired like we will get a desired output. So let's do one thing. Let's make a function for equals. Okay. So what could be the function for equals is over here also we'll use global expression. Okay. And then what we'll do is we'll have to calculate it. So let's use a function calc. Okay, not function, sorry, variable calc is equals to str. Before that, I want to show a new function that is eval. Okay, and in this we'll pass the expression. So what does the eval function do? The eval function, what it will do is whatever we have inputted in the form of string, it will calculate the value. Okay, whether it is multiplied plus divide, it will give us the value. Okay, and since we are using the like okay, so before that I will print it. Print calc. Okay. So when we are pressing the equals button, like equal to sign, then we are running this function. So let's do one thing. Let's EOF while parsing. I think it only takes string. Okay, so it will return string. So let's run once. Still showing error. Eval takes right. Source, byte, code types, globals, dictionaries, any. Evaluate the given source in the context of globals and locals. The source may be string representing a Python expression or a code object as returned by the compile. Global source for dictionary and locals can be. So the eval function returns expression, right? So we get the expression. We're getting the expression over here and then we comment it. Okay. So I guess we will have to use. Why is it not getting the output? Let's do one thing. It's still showing an error. Okay. So let's. I think we should look into documentation of eval. Let's look once at the documentation of eval. Let's Python eval. Okay. Mm, do one thing, let's comment it out and then run the function. str eval expression. Let's remove it. Okay, so we had to just pass a function name. There was no such error. Okay, we did not have to call the function. Actually, what it was doing is it was calling the function while the expression was empty. Okay, so we did not have to call the expression. So now I think it's fine. Okay, so let's remove it and then just again run the code. So I did not give an error. So 320 plus 63. Okay, before that let's uh, print expression. Let's run the code again. So 320 plus 320 equals to 640. See, it calculated the answer and gave us an answer. Okay. So now what we want is after the calculation is done, we want the value to be displayed over here, right? We want the value to be displayed over here. So similarly, what we are doing in the above function, we will be doing the same thing. Okay, what we will do is since the expression is changed, okay, so we don't have to explicitly change it again. And now what we will do is we will set it. So num dot set, okay, and what we are setting is the expression. Okay, now I think it will run. So let's again run the code. And now what we'll do is 996 divided by 4. So we got the answer 24.0. So this is how we can make a calculator. Now the only function that is remaining is the clear function. Okay, so let's complete the clear function and then we are done with our particular UI, our calculator. So let's remove the function calling, and over here what we will do is we will just do one thing is we'll paste and will they say expression equals to nothing again. Okay, and then num dot set, and we'll set it to nothing again. So now let's run the code and we'll see it's running again. So let's do 9595 into 3. Okay, it is running and then when you press the clear, the message is cleared out. So guys, do you have any doubt? Did you all follow till here what we have done?
No, just a minute. I'm trying to do it.
Okay, Priyanshi, Priyamda.
I'll again do it by YouTube video because it's
Okay.
very messy to understand and then do it again.
Okay. Priyamda, did you try?
Yeah, I tried, but I'm not even able to write code, and I'm not able to follow you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So which part did you like miss it?
Uh, when I run this code, I got uh, syntax error. After that, I just stopped.
So could you do one thing? Could you share your screen? Ramda?
Yeah, I can say.
Okay. So okay, let's first end up the recording and then we will talk about it. Okay. So if you have any doubt regarding the particular code, then we can I can explain it again. Else, if you have like doubts, then I can handle it like one on one. Okay, guys. So I will like turn off the recording, and then you can all share your screen.